Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. So today, you can probably guess what's going on from the thumbnail and everything. Got the OBD port already pulled out. I took all the panels and stuff off of the Can-Am, so I was cleaning it up, trying to get it as clean as I can for winter. Like I said, I'm probably going to be able to get it out on one more ride, but I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be pretty cold this upcoming weekend, so let's see how that goes. But that's right, it's happening. We are going to tune this sucker, Dynojet. And this is the Power Visions. So I'm actually going to install the software and stuff. I'm going to do all that off screen. If you want to see how to do all that, make sure you guys check out Temptation 2003's video in the description down below. I also want to give a huge shout out to him who reassured me that getting this was going to work for the 850, because if you look on Dynojet's website, they actually don't have the 2021 850 listed. They only have the Renegade 1000 and the Outlander 1000s. So this will work. So I just want to give a big shout out to him, man. I really appreciate that. So I'll go ahead and get all the software downloaded and everything, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of flip through the menus and stuff like that and see what we can get done. Come to find out that there are actually some preloaded tunes on here. There's 3. I believe this last one is the stock one that's like attached to the bike. I think that's what this is. I could be wrong, but it looks like this one in particular was stock intake and stock exhaust, which in my case, I think this is going to be really awkward for me, because what makes my bike a little bit different than both Temptation 2003 and Diego Perez is that I do have a aftermarket performance intake, and then we do have the GSC performance exhaust, which the GSC performance exhaust says that you can run it without a tuner, and it does work just fine. And judging by its outlets and stuff like that, and it's just, material overall, I don't think it would hurt it too bad if I continue to run it at stock. But the only other option on here, if it'll focus, there we go, is this one down here at the bottom, which I think this is the dual. Both these are for the Empires. I think this is the Empire single, and this is the duals, which you might be, if I have like an RGWC duals, I'm pretty sure you can run this, because they might flow pretty similar. One may flow a little bit more than the other, don't quote me on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the top one, and then I'm just going to kind of work between that and the stock for now and see what it does. Pair this device to the connected vehicle. Sure. I don't want to delete the stock file. Yeah, because I want to keep the stock file, because the big thing is I'm going to tune it now, and then when I take it out on the trail, I'm actually going to take the Power Visions with me. I'm not going to mount it on the bike because I don't want to do that, but I am going to take it with me, and then that way I can just swap back and forth between the stock tune and the Power Visions tune and actually be able to tell the difference, because me taking it around my neighborhood block is not going to tell me anything. So it might tell me something for a little bit, but that's about it. And now we wait. Stay. Stay. Good boy. Whoa. Okay, that was quick. Whoa. Okay, it's erasing something. That's weird. Once I turn the key off and back on, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do, I'm going to check back through it and make sure that the stock tune is still there. I'm going to hope that it's still there. If it's not, then I guess I must have messed up. But yeah, so it's writing the new script. So I think that, yeah, this is probably going to take a minute. So we're going to be waiting a hot minute, I think. So, so checking engine. Okay. That's just I'm just gonna let you go ahead and do that. That's just weird. Still writing the tune though, so This is checking engine up here. My halos went out, so it's doing stuff, I guess. The rear lights are still on though, so and I'm gonna have to maybe swap these out for RGWCs. I'm not sure yet. The RGWCs do look pretty cool, because I did take people's advice and I did start watching Diego Perez a little bit. Sorry. It honestly shocks me that I haven't looked at this guy's videos, but yeah, I mean, pretty cool guy. I just want to get that out of the way. Pretty cool guy. I like his channel. I think it's pretty cool. So while we're waiting for that, some small stuff. I did replace the Tiger Tail, so we got a new KFI Tiger Tail. That was my last one. Completely fell all to the deepest, darkest pits below. I mean, things happen, things break, whatever. It got broken in the mudding competition over at Williams Campgrounds, so that happened. I did take the TTR out for its first ride last weekend. I still have all the footage for it. I'm not too happy with how the footage turned out, so I may or may not do something with it. I don't know yet. And then here's that HMF Performance Series exhaust that's been here for a good while. I was going to hopefully get that shipped out here pretty soon to a buddy of mine, another YouTuber, Taylor Bonnet. So, if I'm sorry if I butcher all your guys' names, I apologize, because, well, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, so it is what it is. But I think what's going to make this pretty cool is that you look on YouTube and stuff like this with the Dynojet, and both Diego Perez and Temptation 2003. I don't know about Braden Price. I don't know. I don't watch Braden Price very much. Not that I hate the guy or anything like that. I don't really watch that kind of YouTube. That's all. Which is weird that I do that and I don't watch my own like style of content. but like, I think I'm the only one out of all of us that like has a different intake altogether. I have to be the only one with the GSE performance exhaust, which, like I said, I just think it's better for water riding. If you're riding a lot of deep water, I just think it's the better exhaust. You don't have to clean it out. And then I think I'm also the only one who has a CV Tech primary. And if this raises the rev limiter, stuff like that, the way I think it will, then it should absolutely make the CV Tech primary an absolute monster, because right now it is very limited. Like, I can get a lot more power. I got a lot more power out of it with the CV Tech primary, but because of how limited it is, it just makes it really difficult, to really fully utilize it. And then I can tune it to where I need to. And then I'd like to get a set of 29.5 inch Assassinators to replace the Outlaws. I don't think the Outlaws are bad tires. The Outlaw 2s are really good tires. These are actually up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. If you live, somewhere near like the Dayton area, you'll probably see these. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I don't hate these tires. I just think that, obviously the Assassinators are just better. They ride a little bit better. These don't ride that great on the trail, so I want something that rides a little bit better on the trail. And, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the MSA M20 wheels. I think they look cool, but I think they make the tires stick out a little bit too far. I am going to try them with the Assassinators when I get a hold of them, because I think the Assassinators do hit. When I was watching Diego Perez's video, he was hitting, I think, right here. Someone can confirm this, but he was hitting like right here and rubbing. So I think with my MSA M20s, it'll push the tire out a little bit, and we should be able to ride somewhere in this groove, I'm hoping, because the Assassinators aren't very wide. And if I got to trim this, that's no big deal, because this will trim back further than what the floorboards will, and I don't want to cut the floorboards if I can help it. Now on the front, we might have to trim this back a little bit too, so, enough of me rambling. We'll go ahead and swap through some of these settings when I get done, because I won't be able to ride this thing until Saturday. I'm hoping, anyways, that it's not too cold, but we'll see. Okay, so since I am basically the undisputed king of losing footage, I didn't actually capture the part where the Dynojet got done doing its thing. There's not really much to see there. Like I said, you can check out Diego Perez's video and Temptation as well. And it just kind of shows it being complete because all the tune files and stuff are already installed onto it. It's still easy to install them, but I just think it's funny how everything is already installed already. But this right here is the program for the Dynojet tune. And what you're seeing here, sorry if I if I keep taking breaths, my asthma's just been killing me for the past several months. So what you see right here is, like I said, Dynojet's program, and this shows you what all the tune files are doing. So this is the tune file. This is the first one. This is the one that I'm using right now, which is the 2510C01, and then this 251C00 is the stock file. So what I have it on right now is the comparison. So this basically shows you what it's done to the bike and the differences. So starting off here, we have the environment. So if we click down here, you can see that the coolant fan for engagement, and I think this is the disengagement. Yeah, the disengagement is, I think it's 9 degrees lower is what that means. And then the engagement is also 9.45 degrees lower. So that's going to make the engine run a little bit cooler. So it's not running quite as hot. For fuel management, I don't think there should be anything different here in particular. Target fueling. Well, it looks like it may have done something here because this first tune file I know is for the base, like the stock exhaust and the stock intake. And I know that the GSE, though it is a performance exhaust, it does kind of run lean like the stock one. I might try the HMF one and see if that fixes it, because that's what I did with the 570 with a fuel tuner, is I tuned it to where it ran like the HMF, and it seemed to work pretty good. It sounded okay. I didn't have any issues with it, and it did get a pickup in power. So I might try to do the second tune file, which all the second tune file does is just change the fuel mapping. That's all it does. So that way I can avoid getting a fuel tuner, because I kind of don't want to do that. So it does look like it did some, a couple things right here under load. So that's something. Map request. This is really hard for me to understand. So I guess this is load pressure, and then here's your RPMs right here, of course. And I changed something right in here between 6.5, really about 5.4 and 6.52. Changed something in here a little bit. Not 100% sure where, like, if this is adding or decreasing fuel. I think this is roughly adding a little bit more fuel, because these things are designed to run really, really lean from the factory. So it might have done something there. I'm not the biggest whiz when it comes to fuel mapping. So now this is the big one. So the rev limiter. So it raised the rev limiter by about 300 RPMs, which this is actually being recorded after I took it out on the trail and stuff like that. And the thing is just an absolute monster now. I didn't do anything super special in the video. I'm going to show you some clips of that here and there, because it's just way too cold, and I'm not going to get the chance to fully test this thing until summer comes back around, unfortunately, just because of how cold it's going to be this winter. So yeah, it raised the RPM limiter by about 300. The reason why this is significant for me is because I have the CVTech primary, which lowers the gear ratios, and because of that, for me, I should have a lot more tunability with mine compared to both Temptation and Diego Perez, because I don't think Diego Perez has the aftermarket primary. I think his all of his clutching is still stock. It may not be to this day, but I think as of when he put the Assassinators on, I think that his clutching is still stock. But that's my goal, is to be able to turn the Assassinators, but I need to make sure I have the power to do it first. So that's why we're doing all this stuff to the bike before we get the Assassinators. So these are all the same. Yeah, so based on the ECT, so yeah, and by gear. Rev limiter by gear, we got 3.3. So That should be nice. And then rev limiter limp home mode raised by about 2. So this is very, very important because limp home mode, it just absolutely cripples the machine a lot worse than what the eco mode does. Because at least with eco mode, at least you got speed. But, you know, then we got the, what's this? Rev for, I'm not sure what this is. I see, my dyslexia really is annoying where I just can't, there's some words, some complex words I just can't read. So, not sure about that. It's okay. Vehicle speed limiter. Okay, so it raised the speed limit. The original speed limit was set to 77 miles an hour. I don't know how in the world you get to 77 because I've tried on a flat road and I was only able to reach 62. So, but now if you look at the actual graphic itself, I think it sets it up to 93. Yeah, you can see it sets it up to 93. So, apparently this bike can go 93 miles an hour. So, okay. I'll have no place to test this at all because there are no roads where I will be able to reach that speed without getting in trouble. So, we'll probably never be able to do a top speed test with this bike. Ever. I mean, unless Hidden Spring Ranch starts to flatten out on the drag strip area, we might be able to do it there. But I don't think it's going to flatten out enough. I think there's just too many bumps and stuff for the bike to go flying in a direction. So, next we'll move on to Spark. So, ignition timing. It changed the ignition timing both under load and RPMs. So, this is really cool because this is definitely different from stock. Because you can kind of see the difference here, obviously. So, yeah, it definitely changed a couple things. You can just obviously see it. So, I think this is another one, a gray area for me as a mechanic, because like I said, I'm just your typical backyard mechanic. I don't know a lot about ignition timing. So, but I do feel that the bike is definitely acting different. You could feel it. So I'm not sure what this did, but changed the ignition timing and a high altitude. So that's really nice. Someone in the comment section is probably gonna roast me for not knowing any of this, and you know what? That's perfectly okay because I need, more information the better. We all have to learn somehow. So volumetric efficiency. So it did some stuff here. Not sure exactly what this is as well. So this is like deep motor stuff. I did say before, like I said, I've taken these Can-Ams apart and put it back together. The only thing I haven't touched is the motor. So I mean, I'm not 100% sure with this. Maybe this has something to do with more, maybe this could affect your torque a lot, combined with some horsepower maybe. At least I would think so. I mean, I'm not 100%. All I know is that after all this was said and done, the bike is an absolute monster now. So now I'm going to show you a couple of clips from the ride from yesterday as of, me recording this video. And then you guys can kind of determine yourself. Like I said, it's not anything super special because of just how cold it was. I mean, it was freezing cold out. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the clips. Alrighty, boys. Got the GoPro. We're at Hidden Spring Ranch again because it's the best place for testing things because of how close it is to home. Got my jacket and stuff in the truck. Pretty cold out. Got the tune all done. Hopefully, works the way it's supposed to. Check to make sure my halos are working. I kind of had a little bit of an issue with these things on the bottom side. What's up? So yeah, at the beginning of the video, you kind of saw all the stuff it did to it and everything. But yeah, the tune is Dynojet. The power visions. So, we got the raised rev limiter, stuff like that, which we will be testing in the
over in the creek because it's the only area that I'll get a chance to properly test it. Because like I said, I don't plan on blasting through mud holes at super high speeds today. Because, you know, we've been having like freezing temperatures for the past several days now. You can kind of see that most of these mud holes are, you know, got a bunch of ice and stuff in them. Let's go ahead and test out low range. I haven't tested low at all. I took it around the block, but I didn't really like test it. Dude, this bike is gonna be so crazy once we dial in the CV Tech primary combined with the Dynojet tune, and this is just gonna be one ridiculous bike. Because kind of like what I said before, I don't think that like what was it, Diego Perez and who was it, Braden and all them, and Temptation, I don't think they have, well, like I said, Braden might, I don't know. That's got to be super ridiculously deep in there. Dude, look at all the water. Drag strip was not like this before. You know, it kind of sucks because I had footage, like a bunch of footage, like 2 weeks ago when I went out and took the dirt bike out. I just, I didn't end up seeing it, like I didn't end up uploading any of it. I ended up deleting pretty much all the footage because I had nowhere else to put it. I wasn't going to use it because I've been going through quite a lot and, you know, haven't had time to edit, upload videos, so, but yeah, it's just be mostly us just putting around. There's no dry spots to do wheelies, so let's see how deep this is. This has got to be pretty deep now, right? Yeah, pretty good, not bad. I am definitely not the only one here today, shockingly. There's actually more people here than there was like 2 weeks ago when it was actually warm. And I'm so glad I didn't bring the dirt bike with me today. Alright, this is what I'm curious about. But I actually get soaked here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa! That felt freaking crazy. Like, you actually feel the power. I mean, that's really insane. Because I know that some people do the Dynojet tune just to get like the raise their speed limit and stuff like that. But like, I mean, you really do feel that power pickup. You know? Like, that is freaking insane. This thing is gonna be a blast when summer comes back. You know, when it starts to warm up. Because right now it's just freaking cold. I'm gonna try to watch the RPMs and see what we can hit in here. There's no way we're maxing out, right? No, not quite. No, we're not quite maxing out, but I'm gonna have to do a video when it warms back up, replacing the, or not replacing, but like, cause I kept the stock tune files. So I'm gonna have to, like, you know, because I actually brought this Dynojet with me, but it's just gonna be too cold today to do it. The swamp, it looks like it's pretty bad out there. I don't know where the crossing point was. Because see, there's the really bad mud hole over there. I don't want a repeat of what happened with the 570 where I fall in a hole. Now I know the holes out here are not that bad. This one might be. Okay, no, we're good. I like hitting Spring Ranch. is it's got you know, marshy areas like this, and they're just freaking great. I think the hole I fell in like years ago was like right in here somewhere. I know Bud like took the backhoe and dug it out a little bit, so that hole's not here anymore. But we can cruise down through here. This should be relatively easy. Yeah, it's been raining all week, so I'm definitely the first one going through this. So if I fall in a hole, then at least it'll be on camera. Seems to be pretty easy so far. This might be bad. All you see is ice breaking in the water. This could be bad. Uh-oh. That's fine. Go through here a couple more times and see what we can find. Because there used to be a long mud hole that stretched from like all the way down there to all the way down there, which was freaking crazy. Then you got this long mud hole here, which, you know, Can-Am fam and I went through in the one video. Oh, I thought this was gonna be bad there for a minute. That's the bad mud hole where I was testing both the Can-Am and the Honda. And that could be pretty bad in there. Well, that's pretty much about it. I might come back later and I might go through this deep one over here. Because, I mean, it's deep, but if you got snorkels, you're good. So, nothing really to worry about there. We'll probably touch a few of these. I know this one right here is kind of deep. I'm not sure how... I don't remember that one being deep, like, a couple... I think it was like last month. So... yeah, nothing to that one. Freaking crazy. I mean, I'm serious. You guys know that at least nowadays, I don't lie on my videos. The Dynojet tune is freaking, it's crazy, and it makes a big difference in power. Again, I don't know what it would be like with a stock clutching. I don't know, because I got the CV Tech primary, so I'm not sure how it would feel in clutching, you know, but, and if you want to see those videos, you know, make sure you check out Diego Perez's video, which I'll link down in the description down below, along with Temptations, because their bikes are stock clutching, or at least I believe, yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that Diego's is, well, I know Temptations is definitely stock, and then as for Diego's, I'm pretty sure his was stock as well. It may not be nowadays, but when he made the video it was, so. But like I said, unless I do anything crazy, you know, I think that might just be about it. So, you know, make sure you hit the like button, since they got rid of the dislike button for one reason or another. And then, you know, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. To keep going, I've set myself a goal. I'd like to get to 10,000. That would be really cool if we got to 10,000 subscribers. So definitely, if you guys could, you know, make you guys subscribe. We get 10K. So. Before we go, I want to check my CV axles. Going through that, because I'm pretty sure we've probably got something wrapped around, right? Yeah, just a little bit. Oh my god. Now I'll have to get the knife out and cut all that out of there now. That one's not bad. Pick the rears. Rears are good, so it's just this one on this one side. Well, let's work, so whatever. But, dude, the water's freaking warm right now.